Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on crypto for Grow My Bag TV. There is so much going on that it's not even funny. Um, let's start with the latest thing that I saw today, which was the CEO of Cantor Fitzgerald on CNBC yapping about how he only likes Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum, definitely loves Tether. Why? Because they hold Cantor Fitzgerald holds Tether's treasuries about $90 billion worth. But then he also went on to say that the rest of the coins out there, they're nothing. They're nothing. And I'm sitting back and I'm saying to myself, without the rest of those coins, Tether wouldn't have a reason to exist, right? The only reason to have Tether is because you are going to be working with other alts. I'm just saying. So what is he talking about? I don't think he understands. I think he got up on television, was loud, was just yapping, and just let something come out that shouldn't have come out, right? Because it shows that he doesn't understand how it all works. His team does, but it shows that he doesn't. So maybe not have him out there yapping so much without getting him educated. Just saying. I actually like Cantor Fitzgerald. He seems like a good guy, really does know certain things. But on this particular topic, I absolutely disagree. Do I think all coins out there mean something? Absolutely not. You've heard me say it before. However, to go on national television and say that only Bitcoin matters and Ethereum is an afterthought, was an afterthought for him, and to mention, oh yeah, we love Tether, and yeah, you love Tether. You're holding their treasuries, $90 billion worth. So that would be a reason why. But to say that you don't recognize the other altcoins that are out there, that's foolish to me. That's foolish, short-sighted. I think he has some homework to do. Now, let's get back to everything else that I covered during the crypto minute a little while ago. Senator Elizabeth Warren came out with her bill that's basically, I forgot the name of it, but it's basically, digital asset anti-money laundering, right? And I kind of agree with it, but if I recall, she's never put forward a bill that's actually been passed. So everybody's panicking, and I'm kind of like, really? But she has a lot of power because she can stop bills. She can enforce other things. It's not like you get into the government and that's the only thing you're supposed to do is pass laws. That's not what it's all about. But I feel like she needs to go get educated on what crypto is, how crypto works, and I think she is lost against normal financial institutions or traditional financial institutions, and she feels like she's going to take it out on crypto. Stupid. So I think she should take a couple of seats, do some more research, and not just go after things because you don't understand it. Go after things because you have a deeper understanding and you want to protect it and you want to do better. I haven't read the bill, but a bill like that is not going to tick me off because I think that there should be, certain things around it. But I do believe that she needs to go do her homework. All right. The other reason why crypto took a hit, Bitcoin miners sold off about 1,000 BTC. That's about 10% of their holdings, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm just saying to myself, that would actually have a direct impact. So while everybody's looking over here, looking at Senator Warren, nobody was looking at that really going on. So those are a couple of things that could happen. Then on top of that, so those are two catalysts that happen. And then you have the exacerbation. The exacerbation is all these degens mucking around and being over leveraged, and they took a hit. I think it was like a $500 million hit. I have to go do the research, but I don't do that degen stuff because I haven't done enough research on it to actually go do it. But the draw to degenning is going to be the massive amount of money that you can make. 5x, 10x, 20x. In some cases, you can make 100x. But that obviously with the as you increase the x, you're increasing your risk, clearly. So you've got to put in all kinds of stop losses. I'm not messing around with it because, like I said, I have not done enough research on it. Before I got into options, I did a ton of research before I really dug in. And I think that's what other people need to do when it comes to derivatives trading for crypto. So that also took crypto down a bit, right? We were at 40,000, I think 300 or something like that for Bitcoin. That said, I want you to take a look at other coins and see how far they didn't dip. They dipped, but they did, but a lot of these coins didn't dip a lot. They kind of maintained. And that's what we should be paying attention to. This was a slight pullback. So I don't know about you, but I'm kind of enjoying this. Why? Because my DCA strategy is in full effect. This is an opportunity. At least to me, it's an opportunity. Because we all know I don't give financial advice. I tell you about the news that I'm researching and what I'm, the kind of moves that I'm making, the kind of conversations I'm having with my kids. So I'm looking at this and I'm just going, yeah, that's kind of big, right? Then I'm looking at the overall economy, and I got hold of some news from Goldman Sachs, and they're thinking that there won't be an interest rate cut, or there will be interest rate cuts coming, but two over the next 2 years. And I'm kind of like, I disagree. Why do I disagree? I think next year we're going to see a lot more layoffs. I think the housing market is taking a beating. I think the car market is taking a beating, and I think I think they're both going to really bubble up next year. And if those things bubble up next year, the economy is going to cool rather harshly, and not necessarily a hard landing, but I think it's going to cool a lot. And that cooling might cause, in the back half of the year, might cause more than two decreases at that time, right? Because that's what they want to see. They want to see things kind of cool off because we've been too hot for a while. What would that do? I think along with everything else, it's going to drive Bitcoin higher. And when one ship rises, all ships rise. That's what I think is going to happen, right? So Bitcoin, I think, Bitcoin just has too much favoring winds behind, in its sales right now. Having an event coming up, Bitcoin ETFs coming up, just a whole bunch of things going on around Bitcoin. Then you have everything else that's going on, and you kind of say, yeah, those are going to be, those are going to be big catalysts. And when that money flows in because of the Bitcoin spot ETFs, yeah. Even if you said they'll rise and then they'll level off, fine, they will level off at a way higher number. That's what I'm looking at. What else? So do I think that we're going to have only two decreases over the next 2 years? No, I think we're going to have more than that over the next 2 years. But I think they'll be smart and well placed, because we're not talking about affecting something here and now. We're talking about a longer term chess game that has to happen. That's what I think is going to go on. So do I expect one before the election next year? Absolutely. Because, economy's got to be doing well for us to actually see something. And those that are making money, and they're going to continue to make money. We have to do our own research so we can make money, the regular person, right? What else is up? Polygon. A lot of us were thinking, well, hey, a lot's going on with Polygon, but they've been quiet for a while. Who knew? They came out with a new universal portal, new features, new dev tools, new bridging, easier Web3 experiences. And I'm just sitting back and I'm going, wow. I think Polygon has reached a new phase. The former phase was, let's get out there with news, let's cut all these deals, blah, 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 blah. I think the team has already proven that they are a part of the connective tissue. My line. And out of that connective tissue, now they're starting to cut deals and do things that have a much longer term effect. And that's what I'm enjoying right now. So do I think Polygon is poised for massive upward moves? Yeah. Why? They've implemented deals with Immutable X. Immutable X has turned around, implemented ZK EVM, and is cutting their own deals. And I'm sitting back and I'm going, they have a lot of those deals in place, not just Immutable X. Again, connective tissue, right? So for me, Polygon, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Chainlink, VeChain, these are all things that are lending themselves to being a part of the connective tissue, right? USDC, USDT, as much as I'm not a big fan of Tether, the fact is that it is the world's largest stablecoin by far. Circle is another stable coin that I like, or that I actually like. Don't use it a lot. Don't use either one of them a lot. Use them when I need them to do certain trades that I want to do, right? I'm not out here. I've seen, a couple of people that I actually like, that I like to follow, have started shilling coins, and I'm a little bit disappointed. They started shilling coins without saying that they're actually involved. They started shilling different platforms without saying they're involved. And I'm like really disappointed because these people are normally really upfront and transparent with what they're doing. I'm not collecting any money from any platform, any project, anything like that. It's not to say that I won't in the future, but it is to say that I will be transparent. The only thing that I've got going on right now with regard to my investment stuff is growmybag.tv. That's where I'm doing everything. That's where I'm starting to have my conversations. That's where I'm releasing my videos. That's where where we have our social media platform. That's where we have hundreds of articles posted, both video and written. And we're going to continue to grow that platform. That's where we want to have the conversation. So if you want to get in on the conversation, join up. We're trying to do a lot of things to keep the bots out, to have real conversations with real people and learn from each other, right? That's all it's all about. But I'm looking at all this stuff and I'm like, people should not be panicked. They should not be panicked. You know what? We should get into the numbers. We should get into the numbers because that will actually help us to understand what's going on, right? So, and I forgot to put that on. I can't believe I did that. Ugh, I just want to slap myself. There's that. There's this. All righty. So if you look at what's going on the economic calendar, the biggest thing that happened, we got the core CPI numbers in, and they were in line with what the expectation was, which was about 0.3% in the actual rise. It's kind of what was expected. So we're kind of holding steady and says that, yeah, the next conversation that gets had by the Fed, that's going to be fine. It really is going to be fine. Fear and greed index went all the way down. Our high last week was 75, went down to 67. Not a big deal. Again, to me, this is a buying opportunity. We're still solidly in the greed area. I think it's a buying opportunity. We have a little bit of a pullback. I'm taking my usual DCA, dollar cost averaging, and buying in on that regular basis, right? Regular scheduled basis. And I'm taking just a little bit more of my dry powder to get in. And the reason why is because I think it's going to be hard for us to take a look back and see some of these prices. Hence, I'm trying to get in now. The total value locked right now is still at $66 billion, over almost 67. That's actually a very big deal. It's a very big deal. If you have a chance, go check out DeFi Llama. No, they don't pay me. I just like the site. And you can see, who's out there that's got, total value locked. Create your chart and you can kind of follow it. But number one is Lido, Aave, the Maker, Just Lend, then Uniswap. Those are the top 5, right? I'm just saying, take a look at this and you might see a lot of things that you can learn from, right? Right now, like I said, you can see Bitcoin, that top number that I now have, $44,791, kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. That's the one. That's the one. I'm looking at that number and I'm saying if we can bust through that and maintain above that number, that next number is going to be 50. It's going to be 50. And we haven't seen that in ages. But I want you to pay attention also to how far we've crept up, over the course of this year. Right? Just pay attention to that. Look at this pullback. If you look at this right here, doesn't this look like all of them went up a bit, pulled back, went up a bit, pulled back, gently went up, pulled back, looks kind of the same. And when you zoom out even more, they look even more the same. Again, it's not for you to panic. It's for you to make your own calculations, do your own research, and see if these numbers work for you. That's what it's all about. Learn and grow your bag. Looking at the news, again, everybody's in the red right now, but right now, everybody's still off their all-time highs. So when I look at everything, yeah, there might be a meme or two that I might want to look into, right? Cestia is one of them. I think the ticker is TIA. Bonk is another one that I would look at. I don't hold either one of them. Those are things that I want to do more research on. Why? Because right now, all I see are memes. Just like Pepe. Why would you buy a meme? Oh, because they might move more just because of their popularity. Very true. However, they can move more in either direction. Remember that. They can go up really fast. They can come down really fast. And Pepe has proven that to us. And you got to pay attention to that. Not a lot of these meme coins turn into real coins. Doge has not, to me, has not turned into a real coin. What's its use case? What's its use case that makes it better than everybody else? No, it grew by popularity and that was it. Shiba Inu, on the other hand, has a lot going on to say that it's a real project. That's what I'm paying attention to, right? I don't know why Atom's up so much, right? But I just told you about TIA and there they are. VeChain is up. Injective is up. There are a lot of things that are up, a lot of things that are putting themselves forward as these are opportunities that you might be able to get in on. Render is even a little green. That's interesting. But if you want to look at everything across the board, you're still looking at Bitcoin up over 148% year to date. Ethereum up only 81% year to date. You're looking at XRP up 80% year to date. Solana, again, 573 year to date. 573% year to date. Cardano, another one, usually a sleeper that has all of a sudden woken the hell up and is doing things. Do some research on Cardano. They just launched their new wallet. I'm just saying, there's a lot going on in Cardano, and it takes a minute for everybody to take a peek at that. Avalanche up 239%. But notice what I'm talking about. I'm talking to you about percentages of growth over the past year, right? Year to date, from projects that are doing something. That's what I'm paying attention to. There are a lot of other projects as you go further down the list. Polygon has not moved a lot, has not done a lot until today. But if you look at the past 90 days, up 68%, year to date is only 13.19. But over the past 90 days, they've been killing it. They've been killing it. But look at this. Over the past 90 days, Avalanche. I'm just saying, pay attention to these opportunities, because if you're dealing with a project that actually offers something, actually brings something to the table, you could actually make some money off of that. But I take a deeper dive into projects, again, projects that are not memes, projects that are coming out there and saying, we're doing something, this is what we're doing, this is our roadmap, this is our community, and this is why we're doing it, blah, 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 blah. I'm looking for information like that. I'm looking for not just their community to be talking about a project, but people outside of their community that are talking about the project. That's what I'm talking about, because that's how you grow your community. That's how you grow your community. I was not always a Shiba Inu guy. My son started talking about it. Then he had me put in some money for it. And then I put my money in for it. And I just been watching them build and build and build. I'm not seeing anything like that from Doge. Just saying. Doge has bumped up a bit, right? It's at 9.2 cents. I can remember when it was down at 5 and change. It sat at 6 and change for a while, sat at 7 and change for a while. Now it's up to 9. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, okay, not bad. Not mad at you. Not mad at you. Up year to date, 31%. 90 day, 52%. Not mad at you at all. Polkadot's another one that I pay attention to. I don't own Polkadot. I'm not into Polkadot, but I do pay attention to it. And they're up a decent amount. They're up a decent amount. So I'm paying attention to, these kinds of things as we move forward, right? Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. Come and visit us at growmybag.tv, where you will find conversations happening in the feed. You'll have DMs, all that stuff that you can do. The only thing that we ask is $12 a year, not a month, not a day, $12 a year, so that we can help keep the bots out, because people that are buying bots are not spending $1 a month. Anyway, I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.